Hi. This is the first time that I'm doing this. Doing like a collective reading on video. I used to do sometimes some tarot cards and post about it in text. But yeah, this is a different way. I've been doing tarot readings and astrology readings for people daily on a daily basis for a few years now, and yeah, I feel like I want to share something more like for the collective and for the people that are connected to me. So I'm like gonna be tapping into the energy of the people that are yeah, in my field, kind of, who are following me or who are in contact with me, and yeah, just see what comes up basically. Mm, that makes sense probably because we have. I'm also checking the astrology from today to see what, because I'm getting some form of emotional healing is taking place or will be taking place this week. For myself, I'm also like going through some stuff, or yeah, not to say going through some stuff, but I'm things are coming up, and on a collective level, it's a lot about relationships and the relationship with yourself and of course other people. And there's an energy right now that's supporting yeah, healing some of these aspects within yourself, kind of like realizing what do you really want, yeah, and realizing what you deserve, and there might be coming up certain blockages, themes that are connected to this kind of embracing yourself and your self-love fully. So if there's any yeah, also karmic blockages, so like things from past lives could be coming up, because we have the North Node in Aries right now collectively. I have that in my personal chart as well. So for me, it's actually conjuncting right now. So for me, it's a very powerful time to really tap into my North Node. It's about doing what's good for you, choosing yourself, and not trying to bring harmony all the time, or to give yourself away too much, or to lose yourself too much in another person. It can be, nice sometimes to have a transcendental experience, and to have this kind of merging with someone. But I think collectively, with the North Node and Aries, we are all kind of learning to see the value in yourself, and to make sure that you're doing this with the right people. So the themes are, it's really about a lot about self-love, and then we have Mercury going into Libra. Sorry about the noise there, building stuff outside. Going into Libra, so the communication aspect is going to be more, harmonious, and Libra is obviously the opposite sign of Aries in the chart. So the South Node actually is in Libra. So for the people that don't know, the North Node is like a point in your chart or in the collective chart. It's not a planet, which is like a calculation, mathematical calculation, and it shows you where you're supposed to be heading towards. It's a karmic lesson, and it's a very persistent pattern. The South Node says something about how you were in your past life and in the beginning of this life. In my past life, and in the beginning of my life, I was really like, my soul knows how to be with someone, how to, well, in a sense, kind of yeah, lose myself in someone else. That has been a big theme for me. And so my South Node in Libra, in my past life, I lost myself. I did not follow my individual self completely, although it seemed that I did that in my expression and everything. But in the end, I kind of like tried to keep the harmony and did some stuff that I wasn't really standing behind as a person, just because things developed in a way that I kind of like I had to I just lost myself in it. It was really intense, and I had this girlfriend. I was a man in my past life. I had this girlfriend, and we went into a bubble, for many years, and in the end we kind of like we moved to a different country in order to have some peace, kind of. But she was controlling me, and but I was also so lost. I was depleted from energy. I was just tired, and I was really addicted to drugs, and she was addicted to heroin. So it was I got dragged into that. So it's like in this life I ought to do what I want completely, so not for the sake of other people or trying to keep the harmony or whatever. I have to stand up for myself and be the individual. I'm telling you this because it's like a collective energy right now, like the North Node in Aries collectively is like we're all learning this right now to stand firm in yourself, do things out of self-love. You are the first person, and so we are healing certain aspects. They're karmic of this North Node X, and there's also a lot of like beneficial, powerful energy around transformation. Pluto is actually trining Mercury and the Sun and Uranus, midheaven, sextile and Neptune. It's just there's a lot of beneficial energy around this kind of transformation with these topics. So the coming time is really about becoming aware of certain patterns, and they could be from from your childhood or from past lives. The thing is that what you're supposed to learn from your past life or something that you've dragged along, your soul chooses to incarnate in order to evolve always. So if you did not learn something in your past life that you're supposed to learn now, which is also, you can see that in your birth chart very, very clearly. Your soul chooses a specific family, for example, to reawaken this trauma or this blockage. So when you reincarnate with certain people that show you what needs to be healed, and they set the tone for your life. Like, as a kid, of course, you grow up with certain parents, and they seem to be highlighting the traumas that you have gotten in your past lives, in order to work through them, because your parents they emphasize this trauma and this blockage, so that eventually you will wake up from that, or you will realize like, hey, there's a blockage here, when you're older, so you can learn to grow out of it. I'm also getting like there could be moments where you will be confronted with these blockages, it's like energetically, the cosmic is like the cosmos is pouring energy onto us, and it's like breaking loose certain blockages energetically. But this could bring sadness or heaviness. I feel like we're breaking out of a lot of self-destructive, self-defeating patterns, collectively also. And the theme right now this week is about relationships and communication also, like communicate within your relations, but from this kind of self-love point, with the North Nodes. And then Mercury going into Libra also will emphasize this a lot, as Libra is trying to keep it harmonious. So if you have things coming up, and if you're aware of your birth chart, it's easier, because then you can really pinpoint specific themes, and you can read about it and learn about it, and then use logic to bend it. You want to reprogram your subconscious mind, because the karmic patterns, they're subconscious. They're from a past life, and they're mechanisms you might not even be that aware of, but in this week or in this time you will be made aware of it, maybe. So the subconscious will be made conscious. It's actually what you can also do for yourself by using tools like meditation. Take time for yourself, put on some music, tap into these themes about relationships, self-love, communication, what is important for you, what do you want, and feel if there's something coming up, some feeling or some thoughts. Can I add something? Like, you cannot get away with it. Things are coming up right now, and you have to deal with it. You have to work on stuff. It's the karmic lessons. The Five of Wands actually represents, it's like fighting, conflict, and reversed is keeping the harmony. So it's like, is this Aries Libra X? Aries, standing up for yourself. Don't be afraid of conflict, because you're choosing for yourself, and if other people don't like that, then it's their fault, their problem. So these themes are coming up, and also this one is also like North Node or South Node Libra is really about keeping one person, for yourself, and being in a bubble with someone and losing yourself in that. I think the point is, collectively right now, to learn to act out of self-love, and to stand up for yourself, and fight for what is best for you, and not lose yourself in someone else, or like forget yourself in order to be with someone else. It's good to integrate the self-love, and then you are able to be together with someone harmoniously and healthy, without being codependent, or without having toxic traits, or doing stuff out of self-love. I wanted to add something, because I see that there is today is a T-square in the chart. Your sense of self, your intellect, and your communication, and its expansion. So, and it's the way to solve a T-square in your chart or in a collective chart is to channel energy into the corner that's empty, and in this case that's Sagittarius 4th house. So actually that kind of confirms what I just said about doing this inner work and the things that are coming up. Sagittarius is about traveling and philosophy, but it's also about connecting to your higher self. Your higher self being your soul, and all the karmic blockages and the patterns, they need to be resolved in order to connect fully with your higher self. That's the journey that we're on. And the fourth house is about home. It's family, home. So the patterns, you know, of the blockages and the patterns and the mechanisms connected to your parents and your upbringing, your family life, are things that are coming up specifically today even more. I planned a visit to my dad, so that could be very powerful. To connect, at home with yourself, your higher self, to do this inner work, but also to involve your immediate family with that, your home situation, your family. So around Friday, there's another T-square with Pluto, Moon, Venus. Pluto opposite Moon. I have that in my personal chart. It's intense, intense feelings, and then Venus squaring both. I have Moon and Venus opposite Pluto, so I'm really intense. In case you didn't notice. Anyway, so the energy for that Friday, it could be about intensity, intense emotions around love specifically. And this is also kind of you can channel this energy into ninth house Taurus, tapping into these higher realms, your higher self, your soul, but in a grounded way, so like kind of practical spirituality, I would say. Maybe even like doing yoga, because yoga is connecting you to the body and to the ground, but it's an exercise to let go of the mind a bit. So connect to your soul, Or walking in nature could also be something nice, and then try to release your thoughts a little bit, Yeah, so this harmonic energy with transformation, Pluto, is gonna keep going kind of for the rest of the week, which is great. I think it's a way to work through these patterns that are coming up. So the beginning of next week, there will be another intense energy involving the moon, so your emotions, and this kind of karmic element with Saturn and Neptune, with the dream world and escapism. And again, the release point of the T-square is Sagittarius fourth house, so connected to your higher self and your inner wisdom, your higher wisdom, philosophy, traveling, but connected to your home life and your family, your immediate family, could be beneficial. Yeah, I think that's the theme for the whole week, actually. The things that are coming up around self-love, but then also linking it to your childhood and your parents and your family life, to understand your mechanisms and your patterns, and something that you have been born into in order to resolve. Yeah, and learning about your past life could be very beneficial in this as well, of course, because you can start pinpointing the mechanisms that you dragged along, and then you can learn to see like, oh, it's not mine, in a way, because of course you were this person, but you had a different set of personality, like you had a different personality. You can learn to see mechanisms from past lives, from your most recent past lives. So it's easier to accept, but also to let go, or to integrate. Can be very powerful to do that. Yes, that's it for now. If you want to talk about like certain tools to reset yourself, to pinpoint the certain mechanisms you have to work through, and then work through them, so that the reprogramming of your subconscious mind, let me know, and I might do another video on that, or I don't know, we can talk about it, whatever. See you next time.